Hello. On behalf of the H7 Network, I am here today to interview one of our valued members. You can find H7 online at the number 7 network.com. So, Carter, thank you so much for joining me here today for this short interview.
I appreciate the time, SJ. It's great to be here.
All right. Well, thank you. We're glad to have you. So, I'd like to ask you a couple questions, and we're going to start off with one that will help us to get to know you more professionally. Please share a little bit about your business.
Great. I appreciate the opportunity. My name is Carter Varn. My company is Advanced Caliber. Today, it's a party of one. I'm in the Westchester area of Cincinnati, but I work across all 50 states. What Advanced Caliber is a fractional IT advisory and implementation service. So what does that really mean? It's really an opportunity for me to work with those small to medium-sized companies, could have 15 to 150 employees, typically where the CFO or that business owner is wearing that hat and has that responsibility of also trying to figure out what they should be doing with technology. So one thing that the service is not, it's not that frontline help desk solution that's going to come in, work on your network, fix that broken laptop or install that printer. It's more of that extension of that leadership team focus on the security and productivity with the overall use of technology, whether that's managing vendors, installing new systems, or training employees.
Excellent description. Thank you. Gets us started off on the right foot, so we learn that. And now let's pivot here briefly, Carter, to the personal side. Tell us a little bit about your family, about recreation, hobbies, maybe what motivates you every day.
Great. As far as the family side, got married for the second time, different lady, in early 14, and we affectionately have what I call the reverse mini Brady Bunch. Reverse as in she has boys, I have girls. Mini as in there's two on each side. Brady Bunches and they're all the same ages. So this year we've got a senior boy, junior girl, and the two little kids are both freshmen in high school. So they've kept us pretty busy over their lifespan, and especially the last couple of years, both from the sports side as well as the show choir side and all the extracurricular activities. So that's definitely a handful. It's a little bit better now. The kids are getting a little older and have a couple that drive. When we have some time and we're not in COVID, my wife and I like to do some travel, both local and far with some friends and have some of those friend vacations and been down to Mexico and have had quite a few fun trips down to Nashville as well. As far as the motivation and really what keeps me going is, I have a lot of motivation and that from my experience with my father, where he's really the one that inspired me to continue to do different things professionally and now try to branch out and to start my own business and organization. And he's always in my corner and always has my back, and I always appreciate that.
That's a very good story, and I trust that that will enlighten and inform some folks who are watching this, listening. So thank you. Let's talk a little bit about your experience with H7, Carter. How did you hear about the H7 community? How long you been a member? What stands out to you? What do you like the most?
Yeah, early on when I was just getting started with my business, coincides with when I actually joined H7. So I've been in H7 for about 15 months now. So towards the end of 2019, I've had a wonderful experience. Started off those first 6 months or so doing the traditional in-person meetings and meeting a lot of people. I liked H7 originally because it gave me the opportunity to visit multiple chapters or meetings. And depending upon where you went, you could see some similar faces, but you could also meet new people. I really applaud the H7 leadership group on pivoting quickly to the virtual meetings in early March when a lot of other organizations had no answer to how they were going to continue since they couldn't meet in person. And from there, I really think it's been that part of COVID's been a godsend. I've been able to network with many people in other areas outside of the Cincinnati, Dayton area. I've built out a nice relationship with people both in Indianapolis and Columbus due to H7 having a nice set of membership in those areas as well. So it's been a great experience of meeting many type of people like myself and have had similar type of experiences and are working with and trying to work for the same type of clients.
That's a great example to illuminate this path we've been on, because we're recording this in the mid to latter part of December, folks, and we're about 9 months in. So thank you for sharing that. And that leads to my last question I have for you today. You're being recognized today for our monthly program where we take a member from our 4 biggest markets. It's called Win-Win. So I'd like to hear from you a little bit. What prompted you to participate in the Win-Win? What are your thoughts on it? And would you encourage other members to follow in your footsteps?
Well, to be fair, I think I, passively entered into the program, if you will, from that standpoint. And the reason is, I spent a lot of time networking as I'm trying to build out that network as I'm getting this company up off the ground. And, part of that's networking inside of H7, but it's also networking outside of H7. And the reason, frankly, that I believe that I'm being awarded this is because when I'm talking to these people that are outside of H7, they ask me, what are you doing from a networking standpoint? And my first answer is always, I'm a member of H7, and I like it because of the opportunity it allows me to meet great professionals that are like-minded, and I encourage them to come to meetings. I'm on the Alpha team for the Tuesday regional virtual meeting. And, I continue to ask people that aren't familiar with H7, hey, what are you doing? And would you like to come and visit our group and see what it's all about? And, see if you can meet some great people like I have.
Doesn't have to be complicated, right? So,
Not at all.
all right. Well, Carter, I wanted to thank you so much for putting a little time into your day to have this interview with me as H7's CCO. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
And thank you for the opportunity.
All right, folks. So if you are not familiar with H7 and you haven't met Carter yet, to invite you, let's both sort of invite you here by visiting us online at H7, the letter H, the number 7 network.com. And feel free to connect with us on our social media channels through the posting of this. And all the very best to you. Season's greetings. Merry Christmas to one and all that watch this. And we will see you around.